This is Professor Erbaswhite. This is an orientation for Math 10 Online, ticket 60880. So I'll just take you around, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to email me. But if you complete all the steps that I'm lining up here, you don't have to come to in-person orientation, but you have to finish them. If you cannot finish all the steps that I'm telling you to do, you have to come to orientation. I'll tell you where it is and what time and what date, and just to keep your space, because I have a wait list and people will want to get in, and I'm weeding out people and make sure that there is room and I can add everyone before the orientation. So you need to finish your orientation before the actual orientation date, not to come in. All right, so let's get started. Now, your lifeline, I'll just take you around so that you know. It's ivc.edu. It's easy to remember. This opens in any kind of mobile device. You just click on it, just get familiarized with it a little bit. And so ivc.edu, this is how it works. You have the site. Now, you are going to email me emails on a weekly basis to keep in touch with me. And this is where you email. You click on email, and it opens up, and you have to go to student email. You have to find out from admissions and from the paperwork that they give you what your email address is and what your password is. And now use that email for correspondence. Please do not go to Gmail and all that stuff. You are going to email me from this site, okay? So that is the first thing. The second thing is where my website is. You can get to it, and then there's a direct line, but I'll just take you around from here. You go to academics, you go to school and departments. Now here you go to mathematics. Now there are a couple of places you can go from here. The faculty area where you get to my website, or the Math Center area to get to the Math Tutorial Center, which is free to you. If you go to Math Tutorial Center, you're going to see the hours, and this is going to change for spring. But on a nutshell, we are open Monday through Thursday late, and on Friday and Saturday early, okay? But we are open. So you have to kind of make sure that you can do it. This is the email address for the person in charge, and that's that, okay? So you can use the Math Center. So let's go back. Now let's go to online math class information. I will put some information in there, but in a nutshell, this class is online, but in quotes. In other words, you have to come in for orientation, which can be waived if you complete all the steps. However, 8 weeks into the class, you have to come in to midterm, and you have to come in for final. So it's not truly an online class. It requires you to come in. If you're out of state, I cannot accommodate you. So make sure that you sign up for a class that you can handle. You have to come in 3 times total, one of which can be waived. In other words, you don't have to do it. And that's the only one, that's the orientation. So let's go to faculty. You can see my webpage by clicking on my name. Here's my email address, and here's my phone number. You can also leave me messages. It comes in an email form, and I will check my messages. But the email is way faster than calling me on the phone. All right, so let's go in there, and I'll tell you. Now, you can see you will have statistics videos that I developed under statistics topics. So there is a video for each chapter. You click on them and you watch them. I also put them on YouTube, and this is the YouTube channel you can click on, and you have to go to playlist statistics, and then it opens up. Let me try to do that. Okay, it doesn't like it. Okay, so let me do from scratch. You go to youtube.com. Then in YouTube, in the search area, you can put Ilkner Erbaswhite. Okay, it's a little slow. Okay, let's type this again. All right, here it is. Ilkner. Then you're going to get a bunch of things. Don't go down here. The first one is Erbaswhite. It's the channel. Go to that one with me with the dogs. When you go there, you're going to go to playlist. And under playlist, you're going to go to statistics. That one opens under any circumstance. Do you see it? So one, displaying data, which is chapter 2. So this is pretty much chapter 2, 3, 4, and so forth. And it's per topic. Does that make sense? All right. Now, this is the videos. The other thing that you have my schedule. Let's say here's my spring schedule. My office hours are on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. If this changes, I will email you. You have to check your email daily. You're an online student. And make sure you also check your trash and junk. You're an online student. So if I send you an email, it may go to junk and trash, and that's your responsibility to make sure that it's not there. Okay, you can come to my office hours or call me during my office hours, and I showed you what my phone number was, 949-451-5506, and that's on my webpage. Okay? Petitioning, you don't have to because you already got in. Online course information, you don't have to because you're watching the video. That's pretty much it. If you want to be part of the club that I am mentoring, that's the Applied Science and Engineering Club. Click here and I get some information about that. Okay, so that's my webpage. Okay, so let's go back to what else do I need to show you? ibc.edu. Okay, I showed you another place that you can get help is Student Success Center. And that is in the Bistic building. Okay, when you go to Student Success Center, you have to need a recommendation. I'll send them an email saying, you know, what it is, but these are their working hours. They are open like the Mystatlab. For Mystatlab, you do not need an appointment. For this one, you do. What they will do is that they will give you a tutor that will give you an appointment, and you just go in and work with the tutor. Again, this is free. Okay? So both of these places are free. So I'm there to help you via email. I may get some chat sessions with you during the course, but you need to check your email and you need to keep at it. This is a 3-unit class, but you need to really put about 6 to 7 hours a week for it. Okay, this is what you do. So let me go back in here, and you're going to access Blackboard. Once you are registered, it will show up on the right-hand side, and then you're going to use your username, which is the first part of your IVC email, and the password that you selected. The default is the last 4 digits of your Social Security with 2 zeros. But if you entered it during registration, that is a different one, and I have no access to that. Okay? Then you're going to see the class on the right-hand side or on the middle. You just have to go to it. And it is going to have a starting point of 2015, your ticket number. And then it's going to have your class thing, okay? So let me try to find that, the one that I did. So when you click on it, it's going to open up in Blackboard. And hopefully, and it's going to have some announcement in here. When I will just cut and paste things like I just told you, where to watch the YouTube thing and where the site is and all that. And then here, you're going to see Mystatlab. That is the important part. When you click on it from inside the Blackboard, it will go to an outside site. And at this point, or after you click on Home, it's going to prompt you to pay for it. Okay? So this is different. Even though you're getting it from the Blackboard, you're going to have to pay for it here. Okay? And you're going to need a credit card to get in. Okay? Another alternative is to go to our bookstore and get a standalone code, and it costs $100 to $150. You buy that code. When it prompts you, it's going to say, do you want to pay online, or do you want to use that code that you bought from our bookstore? It's your choice, okay? After you pay, you have to enter your email address. At that point, you need to use your IVC or Saddleback email address. The other thing that I want you to do, use the first part of your email name, like let's say iWhite, as your username. Now, if that is already taken and it says, well, that username is taken, start adding numbers on top of it. But at least I can see your first initial and last name in there, and you're going to have to pick a password and pay for it, okay? After you do this, come back here and do a browser check. What it's going to do, you click in here, it's going to kind of go, okay, well, do you have Adobe? Do you have this? Do you have that? And then set up one computer at your house. That's going to be the dedicated computer, and do all your work in there. So it's going to check your browser, check the plugins, and if you don't, like I have Flash Player, you need that, Adobe and Java, everything is installed in here. And this says check with your instructor, TestGen plugin, also get that. You check the version and download it so that you're all good to go. Are you with me? Now let's go back. After you do that, you see how this looks. You're going to go and this is not going to be seen on your end. You're going to go Mystatlab course home. You click on it, and it goes to an outside site where you can do your homework and interactive work, and it's going to look something like this, okay? This is where you're going to have access. You're going to have your ebook and the videos. Again, information is here. So I put it in 2-3 places so you don't miss it. So your syllabus, you're going to have to get out of here. Here's your syllabus. Download it to your computer and print it out. Okay, so you know what I'm after. Okay, now the other thing that you need to find out is you have a midterm and the final. Put these in your calendar. It's 5 to 7, both days, March 13, Friday, May 15. Please do not ask me you're going to be on a trip or you have some wedding or something and make me change this. This is going to be determined in terms of location. I got a temporary room, Vistic 104, but I'll send you an email. So it's going to be on these dates for sure. And here's your orientation, January 16 for sure. And you can waive this if you finish all the requirements that I'm lining up by that time. Read this very, very carefully. All right? Now, when you read it very carefully, when you go to the end, you have like suggested deadlines, all these quizzes. These are non-negotiable. You miss the deadlines, you miss it. Okay? Now, technical information, it's in here. And you printed this out. Read it very carefully. Orientation steps, do this, do that. Okay? Read this very carefully. And then you're supposed to send me a contract. And you're supposed to initial this, scan it, and send it to me. Does that make sense? All right. Now, let me look at the orientation and contract. Orientation form is also here. Do you see it? You can just print it out, fill it out, send it. Contract, print it out, fill it out, send it. These are, again, email that needs to be done before the orientation deadline. Entry survey, fill it out, the same thing, okay? Exit survey, you don't have to do it until the very last week. Okay, so you need to do these things, those 3 things sent to me via email before January 16. All right, now, where's your book? Here's your book. Chapter 1, 2, 3. You go in there, you can see it. Section. What I want you to do, I want you to read your book. Okay, multimedia e-text. You go to your book, it opens up. Please read it. And I give you a timeline, read it by that time. You read your book. Okay? So it's not opening because it's so slow. Okay? It's just thinking about it. So it opens up eventually, if we are lucky. And then you read your book. After you read your book, watch the video. And I'll show you where that is. I'm getting very, very antsy, so I'm kind of like, okay, what am I doing? Oh, here's the book, okay? You can see it, you can print it, you can picture it, whatever you want to do, but your book is there, okay? So let me close this. Okay, what else do you have? Now, do you see the videos tab here? These are additional videos. Read your book first, then watch the videos for the section of your test. Do you see it? There's no video for that section, then you go to the next section. So check if there is a video for that section that you're working on. Okay, watch the video. Now the third thing you do is go to, let's say you're doing data analysis or whatever, go to Erbaswhite videos. Do you see in here? If this doesn't work, go to the YouTube site. If this doesn't work, go to YouTube directly. So there is no excuse for saying I didn't find those videos, okay? So you are going to also watch my calculator videos that will have a calculator, and then you're going to have to watch and teach yourself. This is where you do the homework. You click on homework, you continue. Some of that is fill in, some of that is, and then it has the deadlines. These deadlines are firm. You have to do the homework and finish homework. So get 100% in the homework. That's a given. Then after you do all this, you're going to take a quiz. Quiz 1, again, only one take. One take. Okay? So do not access the quiz, look at it, and close it. That's your take. You got 0%. If you access it, take it, and get it done. You can check your grades in here. I'm going to make this available to you. The other thing that you do is Multimedia Library. You can actually access the videos and the book from here as well. You're going to have detailed midterm news. I'll send you information. Just go around and find out final information, all that stuff later on. The other thing you do is under this, let's see, under quizzes and tests. Now, if you click on there, you're going to start seeing those emails. And in your timeline, you're going to see email 1, email 2, email 3. What you do is you will email me from IVC's site. And then you're going to come here. You're going to click on the email number. And it's going to say, I'm ready to start. It's going to say, did you email to your teacher? You'll say yes. It automatically keeps track of it, and email points are 1 point per email. It may make a difference between an A and a B. You just say true, yes, I did, I promise I did. Okay? So what are you going to tell me in your email? You're going to say, Professor White, I did this, I did that, I had trouble, okay, can I come, or whatever, or I am doing really, really good. Whatever that you want to tell me, you tell me. Okay, it can be as short as one sentence and as long as paragraphs. Okay, in the subject area, put your name, Mat 10 online, and ticket number, which is 60880. Then put the email number, email 1, email 2. So your name, your ticket number, Mat 10 online. Don't just say question. Okay, I don't even open those. Okay, and you're going to send it to me, iwhite@ivc.edu, and that information is on my site, on your syllabus, on every place. Okay, so do not forget to access this email quizzes, I call them, and they will add up. There are about 16 of them. Okay. The other thing you do is the discussion board. At the end of each chapter, and that's in your timeline, there's a discussion board. For example, chapter 1 is about just learning the vocabulary. Sample. What is a sample? You're going to go and give an example. To respond, you just respond and you type it in. I look at the date. If you did it, I will grade that. Okay? So do not forget to do the discussion board. Do not forget to do the contact reports, the email reports that you send in a week. Make sure you send it from the IVC side. Do your homework. Do your quizzes. Do something called the midterm drill. It's under here, and that's before the midterm so that you practice, and then you come in for the midterm. Same thing for the final. All right? So let's go back to PowerPoint and then make sure that we didn't miss anything. Okay, what you buy for this class. In a regular class, what you buy is a book. You don't have to buy the book. You buy the access. I told you can buy it online when it prompts you, or you can buy it at IVC bookstore, have a code. When it prompts you, you enter that code. It will cost you between $100 to $150. It will give you access to all the materials, and it will give you access to the book. So you do not need a paper book. Now, some of you may say, you know, I cannot read the book online. Then go to Amazon and buy a used book for $5, the Triola Statistics book. It doesn't have to be the right edition. You can buy an old beat-up edition. Have that, but the numbers are not going to be the same, but you can see the content. Okay? Now, but what I would like you to buy is a TI-83 or TI-84. All my calculator videos are based on that calculator. It will speed up your thing by 100%, your computations. You're going to have to come in for a midterm. Remember, that has a time limit. None of the quizzes and homework has time limits, but the midterm does. So if you're using a regular $5 scientific calculator, you may not be able to finish the entire midterm because it's very lengthy. So I teach you step by step. So it is an investment that is very, very worth doing. It's not a requirement, but it's up to you. It's a recommended purchase, and it will cost you $100 to $150 to purchase a graphing calculator. It will ease up your headache, and you'll be successful if you learn what I'm telling you to learn. Okay? So the book doesn't have to be purchased. You get access on site. It's a little cheaper, and you buy a calculator. And you have to pay IVC registration. Now, the other thing, remember when it prompts you from Blackboard to purchase the material, that site with homeworks and stuff, that's like your book. It will replace me and the book. So you have to pay for that. There's no way that you can take this class without paying that. But you can finish this class without the book, paper book. And you can finish this class without a graphing calculator. But again, I do not guarantee anything because I recommended that you buy a graphing calculator, but you chose not to. I don't want that to cost you like one semester. Okay, so just think about it. All right. I showed you my webpage. Here's the webpage address. You can go there directly. And this is, I showed you how to access the Blackboard, and this is the URL for the Blackboard. All right. Now, let's say you have issues with your email, your whatever. So this is IVC's phone number to get tech support. Now, Pearson is the publisher. This is where your homework, quizzes, and stuff is. This is the web address for their tech support. This is the telephone number for Pearson's site. And this is another, step-by-step troubleshooting site. So this is your help thing. I am not your tech support. So you need to use these. Do not email me with like my username is not working. I have no idea what your username is and your password is. So that is your responsibility. So make sure you use these resources. Okay. I will send you a video link in YouTube, actually this video, at least 1 week prior to January 16th. So start watching out for that. You need to complete all the orientation steps. If you cannot, you have to come in that day to BISTIC 104, 6 o'clock. If you don't finish orientation, email me, send me all the stuff, then you don't come to here, you will be dropped that day. I will make sure, and I will not be able to add you in. You're going to go at the bottom of the wait list, and then if I have room, I'll add you back in. But this in no means guarantees your spot in the class if you do not finish your orientation either in person or online. Okay. What are the tests that you're supposed to do before January 16th? Watch this video. Buy a permanent Pearson pass. That's going to prompt you at Blackboard. Print out all the handouts. Check the system requirements. Remember the browser check. Understand the requirements. fill out the orientation form, contract, entry survey, and email them to me. All right? They are available, not they are available in, just forget about that. If you come on January 16, you give me those in person. You can do that. If you're adding on January 16, you have until January 21st to complete the orientation. So that buys you a little bit of time. Okay? It buys you a weekend. All right. Then after that, you start working and everything. And March 13, you come back, 5 to 7, BSTIC 104, to take your midterm. Then you come back in 16 weeks to take your final. Here are the dates. They are non-negotiable. All right? So, in a nutshell, I try to give you as much as I can. If there is any doubt, please come in person January 16, and I'll talk to you in person. I'll get to meet you. It's an hour investment from your life. Please do so, and then so that we get you started on the right foot. Well, good luck, and I'll see you online.